Today on the channel, we got another Jazzwares AEW Supreme unboxing. This time, Will Osprey.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another AEW Jazzwares Supreme unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got a favorite of many. We got Will Osprey. But for all your Will Osprey needs and a whole lot more, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Got to get the deal out there. I did get this from Ringside Collectibles, and this is an interesting one, but for the first time, for the most part, with Supreme figures, we did get some exclusives. San Diego Comic-Con, Kenny Omega, thinking of that one right off the bat. But this is a little bit different because historically the Supremes have been a Walmart exclusive. This time, a Jazzwares Vault Ringside Collectible exclusive. And that gives a little bit of that credence to, of course, is AEW Jazzwares leaving the market? Are they going away? Are they losing space on the planograms? Why is this not going to Walmart? Is it because all the other ones went down to deep clearance? That's the thing. A lot of people play clearance chicken. A lot of people wait for clearance. Well, that's not good for the long-term health of action figure lines we all love. And you play that long game, it's great to save some money. But unfortunately, that tells the retailer, Walmart in this instance, that people aren't resonating with this toy line. They don't want it. It all goes to clearance. We're not making as much money. Let's move on. Let's try something new. So it's a double-edged sword. It's fun to get stuff on clearance, but if you really are liking the brand, you're not helping the brand very much. So that's a whole nother story for another day. Just like Todd McFarlane on the couch here today. Todd, I'm so happy you're not mic'd up today because he's just saying, spray. That's annoying. That's really annoying, especially from a guy who doesn't even like wrestling over there. And put some pants on. Come on, Todd McFarlane. But we're going to dive into this figure and we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And what can you say about Will Osprey, one of the most popular performers from AEW? Unfortunately, out currently with neck injury. I think he had surgery, really. So could be a while before we see him. About a year is usually what it takes to get that at best. So more Ospreys in the future. And if they are going to continue to make Jazzwares AEW figures, got to think more Ospreys around the corner. And by my math, this is the third one we've had. We'll do some comparisons later on in this video right here. But there it is, old Will Osprey. This is really the perfect figure. If you're a min-unbox autograph collector, you get this signed up. Plenty of real estate to sign on the packaging. Looking very good. Fabulous robe with Will Osprey here, part of the Supreme line. Looking very nice. And as usual, a 2-in-1 figure there. You got an extra head. You got an extra set of legs. You got an extra head. You got an extra sets of hands. Unfortunately, no extra torso. Now, I actually accidentally ordered multiples of these. I have one for my Min on Card collection, and then I have one extra one. And I was thinking about, doing a raffle, or not a raffle, giving it away on the YouTube or maybe my Patreon or my podcast. Shout out to the podcast. Doing a giveaway, but part of me says maybe I open up that second one and display both looks for this one, but then I do a little bit of math. Well, I got a lot of pieces right here. Can I source a torso that would be very similar to Will Osprey from a fodder figure? Put that on here. Maybe that would be the way to go. I don't know. I got to look through my pile of stuff, but it might be a little cheaper to do it that way. Get a figure that I have just laying around, use that torso, put it on this body, and voila. We got a second Will Osprey. We'll see what I can come up with here. But nice packaging design on these. Number 10 in the line, Series 7 down here. Supreme once again. And then on the back, got Will Osprey. No cross-sell, nothing like that going on. 8 pieces involved in this one. But we're going to pull them out of the package. We're going to find out once and for all what all the fuss is about. And let me tell you, there's fuss with Will Osprey. A lot of people thinking he's the next AEW champion or down the road an AEW champion. Nice entrance there. See you later. Goodbye. Knocking stuff over. Got to be careful, Kyle. Got to be careful. You got the head and the feet and the legs. Just pop that out. I remember these Supremes when they first came out were really hard to get out of the package. They have gotten a little bit better. See you later. Goodbye. Knock these hands out and the extra head here. We got 2 heads. 2 heads better than 1. And come on. There we go. See you later. Buenas noches. Goodbye right there. Plastic prison for Mr. Osprey. We're falling apart. See you later. Goodbye. See you later. Goodbye. And what do we got here? What do we got? Osprey. That's what we got. See you later. Goodbye. All right, let's get down to business. And unfortunately, he is wrapped up. So we're going to have staining problems. Not exactly sure with this one here, but he is totally wrapped up. Arms, legs, everything wrapped up on this one. A little bit annoying, gotta mention it, but it is what it is. And I guess they're protecting us from staining, but at the same time, we shouldn't be staining at all. We know how that goes. But we're gonna dive into it. We get extra hands here. You get the pointer finger hand, you get the splayed out hand. Looking good there. And then we get 2 gripping hands. So choose your own hand adventure. Out of the package, he's got the I love you brother hands. He's going up to the top of the cage like a young Jimmy Superfly Snuka is what he's getting ready to do. We got that going on. Now diving into the head sculpt here, looks like Osprey to me. Got that nice kind of wavy curly hair at the top and a blonde, very stoic face. Got the beard going on, 2 eyes, 2 ears, a nose, and a mouth. Playing those Will Osprey hits. Now second head, we got the smiling bruv head. It's the bruv head. He's smiling. He's showing off that teeth, that beautiful dental work from England. What, Todd McFarlane? The English are known for their terrible dental work. Now that's a little extreme, don't you think? We got a lot of good people watching here from England today. We don't want to be throwing their teeth under the bus. You know, you got teeth. You know, I'm very lucky. I'm very fortunate. I got very straight teeth. But you know what, Todd? I had braces for many a years. Many a years. Had to wear a headgear at night when I slept. Oh my gosh, I'm just so lucky I didn't have to wear it to school. I would have never done that. I would have never survived. If the orthodontist would have said, well, Kyle, you got to wear this headgear all day at school, I would have said, you might as well sign my death certificate in my school. Somebody would kill me. I would get shanked. It would be like my time in Oz all over again, Todd McFarlane. You got to be careful with that kind of stuff. So I was very fortunate, didn't have to wear the headgear. I had a retainer. Luckily, only had to wear that at night. Never lost it on the lunch tray like so many kids do. But man, oh man, teeth are a real serious business. And I had jacked up teeth. They were all crooked, and I had like did I have an overbite or an underbite? Let's see. I think it was an overbite. It wasn't an underbite. It was an overbite. But I got it all fixed. And I had braces from like 3rd grade to 7th grade. And then I took like 2 years off, as one does. And then I had them from like 9th grade to like 11th grade or something. It was a wild time, but who cares about my dental work? We care about Will Osprey's, and he's looking good right here. Smiling bruv face right there. Last but not least, we got some action adventure right here. He's got the screaming, yelling head on here. 3 cool heads here. You got stoic, screaming, and smiling, playing all colors of the rainbow with Will Osprey. So I like that a whole lot. Now, diving into this figure here, I guess let's talk about this robe, as this robe truly is next level. You know what? This is probably going to be a top 10 figure of the year, I have to imagine, on the robe alone. That's how good the robe is on this figure. Kudos to the Jazzwares team going all out. This could be the most intricate mainstream released robe of all time. And my goodness, is he locked up. Look at this. He's going to inseminate a cow. He's going to be like Ace Ventura going into, was it an elephant once upon a time? Absolutely wild. But this robe, absolutely wild as well. You got the real fur here. It looks to be, yep, real black bear fur. I can't believe they would do that. How many bears did they have to kill for this figure? Crazy power moves by the Jakks team. Then you got some string up here on the top in white. Got gold on the underneath. I don't think this is staining. I appreciate them taking the extra attention to detail here, but I'm guessing this isn't going to stain for us. Got a very regal pattern throughout with the green and all the colors here. Very cool. And you got all the flare on the side. I mean, this is literally a next level robe here. And we even had a good robe before with the AEW Jazzwares Will Osprey. We'll compare that in a second. But this is absolutely next level. So kudos to the Jazzwares team here. I'm saying it right now. I'd have to think about it a little bit more. As of right now, this is the greatest robe that's ever been put out by any wrestling figure company ever. So kudos to them for that. Now going to put these hands back on Osprey, but we're going to look at this one. It is an Osprey body, a good-sized body on him. Not super skinny cruiserweight, but not big jacked up guy, not a big fat guy either, but a good body on him here. He does have his tattoo work on the arms. Then you got one elbow pad here. He's just gonna drill you with it. You better watch out for that. The old hidden blade will get you. Oh, it's hidden until it's not. That's the way it goes. Now the pants here, once again, absolutely next level. All kinds of color on this one. Purple, gold, whites, blacks. I mean, a lot of work to get this one done. Very, very cool. And that Jazzwares team, you know, a lot of people down on them from time to time, but you got to give them kudos. I don't know if anybody has a more colorful roster than AEW. Now, historically, that is in the tattoo work. There's so much crazy tattoo work they have to do, but then you get pants like this. Absolutely next level here with the Supreme Osprey. Really do like those, but that's not it. We do get the second set here. I actually kind of think of this set more than this one. This is very reminiscent of Osprey when maybe I first saw him in AEW. But you got a little bit of that green and gold attack. Of course, even across the sea, there's A's fans over there. Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, those Bash brothers stole a lot of hearts long ago. And the UK, they still love their Oakland A's, as we know. But very, very cool. I got to find a way to use these. Both sets of legs need to be used. Maybe one robe on, one robe off, extra heads, extra hands. It's going to happen here. But very, very nice second set of legs there. Now, articulation, head removable, back forth, side to side. Butterfly shoulders on this one, on the Supremes. Arms all the way around. A little locked down right now, though. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed, pinless elbows. Oh, my gosh, Todd McFarlane. Pinless elbows over here. Todd loves pins, as Jazzwares usually does, but the Supreme, they treat us right. They wine and dine us. And what? And I'm not going to finish the sentence, but they wine and dine us pretty good with this Supremes. I love the pinless joints. I wish they would move forward to this in the future. We'll see if we get lucky enough to see that. You do got the hula hoop up top, plus the lower, looking very nice. Plenty of movement on this Osprey figure. Big old splits if you do need them. Leg goes up. Very nice once again. And look at that. Double jointed pinless knees. You know the hits keep on being played here. Side to side boot cut there. Got the shin guards here like a young Terry Steinbach. Ankles up, down, back and forth, side to side. And then a Todd McFarlane tribute toe articulation down here on the bottom. Looking absolutely amazing is old plastic Will Ospreay. Going to have to take him apart basically to get him back to where he needs to be. Now, the million-dollar question is, the Osprey figures never fit on the ringside collectible stands. Will this one fit on the stand? Well, what do you know? This one will. His other two ones would not fit on a ringside stand, but this one does, thankfully, there. So Will Ospreay looking very good. But I talked about the other ones we had. We got this one first, a very plain Jane Will Ospreay. That's the way you do it, though. You're a toy company. Put out the plain one. Well, it's a Will Ospreay. I'm going to pick it up. And then you make better ones in the future. Make them buy multiple Ospreys. I see what you're doing, Jazzwares. They all do it. They all do it. And then this one is pretty awesome as well. This is one of my favorite figures this year, in all honesty. And I think I like the Supreme one more. So interesting to see that. Constant learning, constant improvement, maybe. But this was a Shop AEW exclusive from earlier in 2025. But they're killing it with the Osprey figures so far. Be interested to see how many more Ospreys we get in 2026. A lot of things up in the air a little bit with AEW. I mean, Jeremy Padawer is saying they're making figures through 2026. So you have to assume, we know what happens, Todd McFarlane, when you assume that we got more Ospreys around the corner. I'd be here for that, especially if they can keep the quality up with the last two versions. I'd be here for it, but I'm sure we'll see some 2-pack editions and some other ones. But him being on the shelf, that could slow some stuff down if we get more figures into 2027. We'll see what happens, and we'll cross that bridge when it does come. But a fabulous Will Ospreay here today, the Supreme Jazzwares figure. A must-have if this is your style and you do like Ospreay. A must-have figure all day long, and dare I say twice on Sunday. But what's your thoughts on this Will Ospreay? Pick up, pass, long game, no game, not so sure game? Let me know in the comments down below. You made it this far, don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Turn on the old notification bells. We got videos every single day. And then some. We got even more content for you. It's Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show, my podcast each and every single Tuesday. Check out Patreon, check out YouTube channel memberships as well. So there it is, Will Ospreay Supreme. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we going to dance or are we going to play?